stands behind the desk, smoothing out his silk. Suitcases sigh in a corner, tired travelers slow. I lean into the hush and let the city go. In this hotel lobby lullaby, my heartbeat finally rests. Warm light wraps my shoulders, the night speaks low, and I'm safe. A pianist in the corner smiles, eyes half closed in rain. His notes fall like feathered steps along a quiet train. The barista steams a little cloud, cinnamon and cream. I watch the revolving door turn slowly through a dream. This lobby hums a cradle song for strangers passing through. I close my eyes, worries fade as if the world is new. Hold me till dawn. Morning lifts the curtains, I carry the soft glow. The lobby's hush follows me out. After the last call, I button up and step into the mist. Streetlights paint my cups in gold and let them slip. Your laughter lingers in the lining, a secret warm and near. Borrowed perfume on my jacket, saying you were here. I try to shake it off, but the night won't cooperate. Every breeze retells you at my collar's edge. If I breathe deep, I turn back. In the lobby mirror, I catch myself smiling and stop. A stranger holds the door, the city stays polite. I wish I could lose this scent, but it clings like promise. Between goodbye and maybe, my heartbeat waits. Your fragrance rides the fabric like a slow, sweet ghost. myself it's nothing, yet I hold my breath, so I keep moving. Head down in the rain. Let the scent fade gently, not like a fight, but like a kiss, till my jacket smells like me again. At my door, dawn finds me lighter. One last trace on the sleeve, then gone. Velvet over steel, headlights smear on rainy glass like secrets that won't heal. I walk past cafes closing slow, chairs stacked like tired prayers. Every window blinks at me as if it knows my cares. City lights flicker in a blue mood, soft and half asleep. They shimmer like a promise kept too late for me to keep. Sighs at the corner, doors breathing open then shut. Somebody hums under an awning, holding back a flood. I taste the neon on the air and swallow what I miss. My shadow learns your outline from the puddle's broken kiss. Those street lamp stars don't judge my face, they only glow and fade. They turn my smoke, then leave a gentler shade. I borrow calm from them. Across the river skin, it tells me you can hurt and still keep walking through the din. So I loosen my grip when morning rinses every sign. I'm still here breathing slow. The city keeps its dim grace and lets me go. tasted like sweet smoke. You drew a crooked moon with sugar, then you laughed and broke the night into small mercies between coffee and the rain. My hands were cold with worry, yours were warm and brave. A promise on a napkin, ink running soft and blue, tucked inside my pocket, it kept whispering, come through. When the lights went out,
weeks later, different sidewalks, different shadows on my shoes. I read your slanted letters while the city changed its mood. A bus stop haloed in drizzle, strangers staring at their phones. I held that paper closer, like a key to getting home. That little folded vow still smelled of cream and late night air. It didn't fix my longing, but it taught it how to bear what tomorrow brings.
if the ink fades, I'll remember your yes on a scrap of night. Sunday dust floats in a sunbeam, lazy as a sigh. I lift the needle like a ritual, let the room go quiet. Then that vinyl crackle opens like a door with gentle rust, and every little pop becomes a face I used to trust. Those tiny sparks of noise bring back the sweetest scenes, old kisses in the hallway, borrowed time between the seams. I smile before I know. A teacup warms my fingers, your sweater on my chair. The singer leans into the shadow, and you are suddenly there. We danced across the linoleum, laughing at our feet. Now the record record turns alone, still keeping time with me. The crackle turns to footprints, soft steps around my heart. Not a wound, but a weathered map of how we fell apart, and still how love stays. So let it hiss and shimmer like rain on window glass. I'll hold the bright imperfect sound and let the moment pass without saying goodbye. When silence comes, it's tender, like someone closing a book. Up on the rooftop, the elevator sighs and lets us out. Metal chairs, a borrowed speaker, laughter in a low amount. The skyline leans in close, wearing windows like perfume, and the sky turns cigarette colored, a slow and tender gloom. Rooftop jazz in the open air, smoke soft light on our skin. Your eyes say stay a little, and my restless heart gives in. Tonight feels made for us. Somebody flicks an ash and watches it fall like a tiny star. A distant siren fades away and suddenly we're far. I confess my quiet fears to the wind that doesn't judge. You squeeze my hand once steady, like a vow without a nudge. That rooftop sound turns honey, drifting over street and stone. Your smile clears a space in me I used to leave alone. I breathe you in, then laugh. Under cigarette skies I let the city blur and glow. My shoulder like you've always known how to make me feel at home. When we go downstairs, the night stays on our clothes. A soft
sing. We don't name.
In the backroom club, the lamps wear halos made of dust. Ice clinks slow in tall glasses, and strangers learn to trust. You lift that trumpet to your lips like prayer you can't explain. Then a bittersweet laugh spills out and rinses off my pain. That trumpet's laughter tastes like goodbye wrapped in honey. It teases my brave face, then holds me when I'm lonely. I let it tell the truth. Outside, the sidewalk sweats in summer. Taxis glide like shadows. Inside, your sound draws silhouettes on curtains and on hearts. I think of doors I never opened, names I couldn't call. And somehow your bright sorrow makes my trembling feel less small. Your horn-line grin turns tender, like rain easing on the fire. It nudges my regrets to sleep, then leaves a warm desire to try again tomorrow. When the last light dims, your laugh remains soft in my coat pocket near my pulse. Your coat brushed mine at the doorway. Perfume cut with cold night air. In the dim club's corner glow, our shadows learn to pair. You smiled like nothing's ending, yet your eyes look past my face, as if the room kept turning while you searched for some place safe. Your goodbye rode the swaying room, light as a ribbon flame. I tried to hold the moment, but it slipped between my hands. Now every step in words. Outside, rain stitched silver on the street, cars whispering by. You said be kind to your heart, then laughed to keep from crying. Your shoulders fade beneath the city's changing signs, and felt my breath grow small with all those unsaid lines. Farewell carried a dancing sway, sweet as the smile you wore. It turned my ache to motion, so I wouldn't fall apart. I walk on, but you're near. At dawn the street goes quiet. Your leaving still moves in me. We met beneath the theater marquee, rain tapping on the glass. Your hair held little city lights, then watched them slide and pass. You said your train was running late, your voice a careful smile. So we shared a paper cup of warmth and talked a little while. Rain check, romance in my pocket, folded neat but beating loud. Not a no, just not tonight. Under this impatient cloud, I walk home almost hopeful.
Days roll on like taxis in the dark, all shine and spray. I pass that corner cafe,
Still saving you a place. Your message sits like perfume on the air, close but out of reach. And I practice being patient, letting silence learn to speak. forgotten rings. A waiter folds the quiet gently, like a letter never sent. Your laugh still hangs in the doorway, with the smoke and summer rain. And my hands keep circling warm cups, trying not to call your name. Stay a little tender light on the chairs we never fill. Hold the shape of us in silence, where the city learns to chill. If you pass me in a window, let your shadow move in slow. Outside, taxis paint the pavement, then dissolve into the dark. I count the little seconds by the drip behind the bar. Every clink becomes a question, every sigh a soft excuse. I don't need a grand return, just one true human proof. Linger pale in honest glow on the linen and the glass. Let my lonely heart pretend this isn't only looking back. If you're anywhere beneath it, let the night deliver you. Until morning steals the silver, I wait with open ooh. In the back room grow the glasses, breathe out amber light, and your coat is still a silhouette on the chair beside my doubt. I taste the rain you carried in, then left without a sound. And something in my chest keeps hanging, never laying itself down. That lingering sound won't come home, it just turns in my head. I reach for calm, it slips away like smoke through open stairs. Moonlight listens from the window, saying nothing, staying there. The street outside keeps changing faces, doors that open, doors that close. I watch a napkin curl like paper boats that never find the shore. Your name becomes a quiet quiet habit. I keep biting off my tongue, and every step I take toward morning brings me back to where we're from. This restless feeling won't let go. It circles like a slow goodbye. I try to set it gently down, but it refuses to lie. Under pale and patient silver, I keep waiting for a sign. If peace arrives, let it be simple. Your hand in my breath. Neon drips on chrome and formica, turning midnight into honey. Coffee steams like small confessions. Pie glaze shines like borrowed sun. You slide into the booth across from me, hair smelling faintly of rain, and the whole diner holds its breath, waiting for our eyes to speak. Let me be your late hour comfort, a whisper in the clatter. I'll sweeten up the loneliness, stir it slow, make it matter. Stay while the streetlights soften and the jukebox learns your name. A cook taps the counter twice, then smiles without asking why. A truck sighs past the window, dragging shadows by their sleeves. I want to tell you I've been brave, but my voice comes out too small, so I fold my hope in napkins and place it near your hands. Be my after midnight shelter, my warmth inside the glow. I'll hold your tired stories gently, let them finally slow. Don't leave with empty pockets full of words we never said. Can spare a heartbeat, linger where the sugar shines. I'll trade my restless waiting for the quiet in your eyes. We'll let the world keep spinning while our booth stays still. When dawn rinses off the neon, take my promise with you. me as a secret stone. Its glass hairline cracked with nights I walked home alone. The hands keep arguing with each other, stuck between then and now. While street lamps blink like tired eyes above the river's vow. Broken time, don't cut me loose, just sway a little near. Let the minutes fall like velvet, let the loss feel less severe. If you're still out there somewhere, meet me in this quiet here. I try to wind up what we were, but the spring just sighed and slips. Old photographs in my wallet, smell of smoke and lipstick. A train rolls past the window, carrying other lives alone. And I keep counting your goodbye in a language without song. Unfixed hours, hold your breath, don't hurry past my door. Let the silence taste like coffee, warm my hands a little more. If your memory must visit, come softly to the floor. When dawn repairs the skyline, I'll still keep your time with mine. A desk lamp pulls warm light on paper that won't behave. Ink pauses at the edge of deer, then trembles into air. Outside, the city rinses itself in late rain and taxi glow, while my pen keeps dancing circles around what I can't say. Half-finished letters, full feelings, stacked like sighs in a drawer. I fold the truth into silence, then unfold it once more. If you read between the scratches, you'll find me at your door. I start again with softer words, but they still taste like goodbye. Your name is on my fingertips, smudged like midnight on my skin. A lonely kettle hums and fades, the window fogs with breath. still No alley, 2 a.m. Wet bricks wearing neon scars, steam from a noodle shop, drifting like a secret prayer. A stray cat guards the silence, tail flicking at the cold. And somewhere down the corridor of shadows, your memory walks barefoot in this alley. Something sweet keeps calling through the rain. The curls around my collar, then slips behind my name. I follow it like hope, even when my hands shake. Stacked crates and busted posters, I find our old doorway light. It hums the way you used to, soft and stubborn in the night. My pockets hold small apologies, worn smooth by waiting too long, and every step says stay, while my fight says move along. That back street whisper finds me again, warm as suburban air. It presses on my heartbeat like you're almost standing there. I let it leave me slowly, where I'd wave enough to care. This hidden song of hate that doesn't promise any cure. It only paints your old lines tender, aching and unsure. I breathe you in, then exhale, and the night feels less severe. When dawn rinses the graffiti, I'll still hear you nearby. Champagne sweats in a tall glass, catching streetlight like a pearl. Your lipstick marks the rim in a half moon, soft and brave. We sit close in the after hours, coats still damp from rain, pretending we don't hear our past tapping on the window. Raise that fist to the fragile parts we try to hide. Let it sting, then turn to laughter, warm and wide. If tonight is a doorway, don't leave me on the outside.
The bartender wipes the counter, giving us a little space. Your eyes say I was scared, and mine say me too, always. I carry my apologies like coins in a pocket, clinking when I move. You touch my hand once, and the room exhales with you.
Toast the hurt we finally named and let it drift away. Let the bubbles lift our silence till it breaks into day. I'm not asking for forever, just a true way to stay. Chance number 2, wearing borrowed evening light. We can walk it slow and careful, we can set it down right. Say my name like you mean it, and I'll meet you where you are. When the last sparkle fades, I'll still choose you again. The floorboards throb like distant trains, and my feet forget their reason, following a shadow sway. Your goodbye is in the doorway, hanging with the damp night air. And I drift through smoky lantern light, a coat of borrowed courage. Stacks the glasses, soft clinks like tiny prayers. Outside, puddles copy streetlights, then shiver when cars pass. I try to laugh it off, but my voice comes out too thin. Some nights the city's quiet pulse turns every step into begin. That steady pull keeps moving like footsteps I can't see. It curls around my doubts and says, come closer, honestly, if you're still near. Don't disappear. still hangs by my door, smelling faintly of wind and cedar. I brush past it like it might turn and speak, like it might forgive. Outside, leaves spin slow in the gutter shine. Taxis hiss through puddles, and I carry your last look in my pocket, heavy as loose change. Come closer, honey night, let the streetlights blur my shame. I've got spring regrets that won't dissolve no matter how I pray. If you're listening somewhere, send a softer kind of rain.
When spring arrived, the air went bright, and so did all my wrong turns. I said later like it was endless, like love could wait its turn.
Now cafe windows glow with couples, and I walk past slow and quiet, hearing your laughter in the steam, then losing it at the corner. Hold me in this gentle dark where pride can finally fall. These blooming seasons, sorrow sting behind my smile at all. If you still keep my letter, let it open, let it call. Stay tender, maybe, in the space between my breath and fear. I won't dress up the past tonight, I'll keep it plain and clear. If you return, return as you are, and I'll meet you here. I touch that coat's worn sleeve and whisper, I'm learning. The bartender polishes a glass like he's smoothing out the night. Eyes kind, hands steady, moving slow through amber light. I spill my questions into ice, they crack and float away. And he listens like the clock won't judge a single thing I say. He tells me, sip, don't rush your heart, let the truth arrive on time. Some loves return as lessons, not as bodies in your arms. His quiet words feel warm as wood and easy to believe. beside the tip jar, gentle as a prayer. Don't chase the door that closes, he says. Watch which one stays ajar. Outside the rain keeps arguing, but in here we let it pass. He says, keep your regrets in pockets, not your throat. Say what you mean in daylight, then let the midnight go. I nod like I've been thirsty and finally found some peace when I step into the street. His silence walks with me. Neon spills across the sidewalk, and my shoes remember you. I breathe in cold from passing buses, breathe out something I can't undo. A window shows my face twice over, one brave, one breaking down. And every street light feels like mercy that never quite comes around. I whisper 1, 2, 3, 4 to keep my hands from shaking. The night keeps turning corners and my smile keeps on faking. If you're still in this city, don't let my shadow be alone. In a late booth by the glass, I stir the melting ice. A server asks you waiting, and I answer soft, I'm fine. Outside a couple shares a coat, warm breath, a private place, and I learn how empty distance can still carry someone's face. I count from 1 through 4, then stop, like stopping changes anything. My chest feels full of messages I never dared to bring. If you look back for a second, let it be gentle, not goodbye. Loved you loud in quiet ways. I lost you in my youth. I'll walk until the morning makes the pavement feel brand new. Dawn wipes the glass clear. keep going slower still. Midnight leaves on the window, painting traffic into stars. In the corner, pale keys wait, cool as river stones. My fingertips hover, then land like shy birds finding ground. And the room begins to glow with all the words I never said.
White key dreams don't run from me, stay soft beneath my skin. Let every gentle touch remember where my hope has been.
If you're listening from far away, let the distance fade a little. I see your face in candle smoke, then it thins and disappears. A framed photo on the bookshelf tilts like it wants to hear. I press my doubts into the quiet, ask the night for grace, and feel the air grow warmer, as if you're near my place. Hold me close, make room for one more try. Turn my restless, heavy thinking into something that can fly. If my heart forgets the road, guide it home with tender light. When morning comes, I'll keep this hush inside my hands. Soft or photos, fold them tight like unsaid prayers. A scuffed suitcase waits by the door, wearing dust like white years. A postcard sits inside the lid, corner torn and crude. And every time a zipper sighs, I feel the pull of other worlds. Suitcase sounds keep my courage from slipping, carry my smile, stubborn heart through stations full of blinking. Your love can travel lightly, let it ride beside my knee. Like platform lights blur into halos, coffee breath from ruling wheels. Strangers trade their tired stories, none of them know what I feel. I touch the handle like a vow, warm from my steady grip, and hear your voice in passing winds, telling me to not just quit. Travel to stay in my coat, tuck close when no one sees, turn my fear into a ribbon that can finally breathe. If you're waiting past the distance, leave a porch light on for me. When I arrive, I'll open up and let the music out. The club is almost closing, chairs turned up like tired wings. A last sip shines in my glass, the kind you drink for courage. You stand beneath the exit sign, coat buttoned to your throat, and though the words I swallow glow like street lights in my chest. One more chorus, one more chance before we turn to strangers. Let my voice be honest now, no games, no little favor. If your heart can stay a moment, let it stay with mine tonight. Outside the rain keeps whispering, riding rivers on the curb. A taxi waits impatient, like the past that wants to pull you If you can